always have your back, keep it 100 with you. Love you and that's a fact, no matter what's the issue. You got a real friend, matter of fact a sister, taking the world by storm in this new era with you. Oh, hey.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode. I am Sheree.
I'm Brianna. I always say I am Brianna, like we know she was saying my name, so I say forget. But yeah, thank you guys for joining us again for another episode of New Era Woman.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for the support so far, and continue to support and share, like, comment, and subscribe.
Big up on yourself.
Right.
We love you.
All right, so let's get into break the ice. So Sheree,
Alright.
I
Yeah.
have for you and our viewers some Jamaican riddles.
Oh
May I go
my
test how
gosh.
Jamaican you are and how Jamaican you guys
As
are?
a disclaimer, I don't probably need to take with me car because I know
Like we're Jamaican.
I know what's a binaga know them here.
Girl, don't disqualify yourself yet. Maybe you will surprise us and
Let's see.
yourself.
But
All
don't
right.
be surprised if we get none right.
Okay.
Riddles, Jamaican riddles. Me have a green jacket, but me naked underneath. What am I?
Oh, okay. No, me think it did mean like say, me forget what they mean.
No.
It's a riddle for something.
Yeah, it's
or
like a what am I
phrase.
kind of thing.
You have a green jacket.
Me have a green jacket, but me naked underneath. What am I?
What clue?
Do you
A
wanna?
green jacket.
Do you wanna phone a friend?
How would if I could? Me have a green. Is it a food?
No. Oh yes, and okay. Let's make it even interesting. So I'm gonna give you
Yeah, give me one hint.
3 to 5 hints. 5 hints where I will tell you the how many letters are in the word.
Okay.
So this you want to use a hint? So early in the game.
Yeah.
It has 4 letters. May have a green jacket. Think out of the box. May have a green
I say
jacket,
it's not a food.
but me naked underneath. What am I? 4 letters, not a food. Something outside.
Me have a green jacket. Tree? I don't know.
Naturally, I'm gonna have to probably help her with some because these are really.
Yeah, you really have
Tricky.
to think.
The item may have keys, but me can't open a door. What that?
Piano.
Yes. What that? You can catch me, but you can't throw me.
Cool.
Oh, you're getting the hang of it. Me can be empty or full, but me always hold things. What am I? You can be empty or full, but me always hold things. What am I?
Always whole things.
And it can be empty or full.
The first one comes to mind a fridge, but fridge not always whole things because it can be empty.
That's a good answer, but it's not the one I'm looking for. Remember that? Yeah. Not fridge.
Empty or full. It can be empty or full, but you always
But me
have
always hold things. 3 seconds left. It's either you go ask how much
I
letter.
don't know. Stomach?
That's a good guess too, but it's wrong.
Tell me answer.
Bag.
Bag? Okay.
Yeah, some good ones too. What at? I have no legs, but I travel everywhere. Is that one I go tricky?
I have
Think
no
of something where they're in every town and every city. And it aids you with traveling. I have no legs, but I travel everywhere. No. Close. Now you know a hint.
I have no legs, but I travel everywhere.
It's not something that is moving.
It's like a
Stationary. Not really, but it's stationary.
Son? Or moon.
Mm-mm.
Bag.
No.
Travel bag.
Bag now I'll come back again. You were close when you said car. You were hot.
Tire.
Getting closer.
Wheel.
Getting closer.
What do you mean? Getting closer.
Getting closer by proximity. Give me a second.
As in like something with the and the car.
No. It
Road.
yes. Well, hello, why? Your brain at work though. Cause you mentioned a sun. That was a good one. But yeah, a road. Alright, what that? Me have a face and 2 hands, but me can't talk.
Face and 2 hands.
But me can't talk.
Face
Dun,
and 2
dun,
hands.
dun,
But can't talk.
dun,
No, don't do that. But now we can't.
Then you have too much time from when you get
No,
ready.
next the one day. Face and 2 hands, but we
Clock.
can't talk. Oh, okay.
What that? It go up but never come down.
My age.
Yeah. What that? Me can. What that? You can't use me unless you break me.
Egg.
Okay. I'm a fruit you can eat. No, this one too easy. What that? I can't be seen, but I can be heard. What am I?
Wind.
Good answer, but not the one I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I can't be
go on.
seen, but I can be heard. No man, think more. You can't hear me. What's the only thing you can hear right now?
Sound. Sound.
What's the only thing you can hear right now? Right.
Wind.
No, you're hearing
What?
wind? Yes. You said right. Yeah, you're a wind girl. That's why you're strong.
Yes, 25.
Alright. What that? It goes up when the rain comes down. Easy, easy, easy.
Ear. Or what? Go up.
Yeah, scientist.
Yeah.
It goes up when the rain comes down.
What do you mean? It goes up when the rain comes
You really
down.
go up for sure. When the rain comes down, why go up? Where you put up when the rain comes down? You ever too much, you know?
Umbrella, now we are talking. Where you put up when the rain come down?
Yes,
Umbrella?
girl. Yes, girl.
I'm probably that thing
So
too
you show too
technical.
much That's what you thought. What you say? Air.
Yeah.
Yes, one second.
What they call it? Precipitation or something.
What, evaporation or something like this?
Yeah, something.
Alright. So, I'm gonna do one more. Find a hard one. La 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 la. Alright. Probably not that hard. What at? You can hold it without using your hands.
You can hold it. without
Focus on the
using your-
hold.
Without using your hand. Nothing particular now come to mind. Everything will
It's
come to
something
my
that
mind.
can't be seen or touched.
Everything will come to mind. Yeah, use your hand.
This is something that can't.
Conversation.
You really get analytical, you know? No. It's not something you can see.
Give me an answer.
Your breath.
Oh.
Hold your breath.
But you can hold
Alright.
conversation.
That's true. The stuff that when you think of them,
Yeah,
Thing
you
out.
could have the answer.
and put
just
on work,
answer.
but why your brain really think outside the box.
Yeah.
How come people tell us how you did?
Mhm.
I think you did well. I give you a
Yeah, more than
90%.
Yeah, A plus.
Yeah, cause riddles not easy.
Especially Jamaican.
Cause when all people are doing riddles with me, you know, my brain always go blank.
Even things where you're thinking, no, you just suddenly boop, forget.
Alright, so you must have seen it on your social media. Megan Good and actor Michael Ealy, who I was going with himself in the show them and I give you a problem. They reunited at Power Players Mix and Mingle event. And also in attendance with Megan Good, who was our good man, Jonathan Majors, right? And we know the whole drama that has been surrounding them from the year start. But that is not the focus. That is not the focus. But that is not the focus of the topic right now. There's been a video that's been circulating with Michael Ealy. And of course, Jonathan was there, Megan was there, Michael was there, and an extended clip showed that he did greet Jonathan.
So Michael Ealy, the clip that was circulating, Michael Ealy, he was hugging Megan Good, and you know them type of hug there, where you just have to think, say, wait there, something tight. Yeah.
1, 2 rock.
Yeah.
Like,
and she laughed. That laugh was like so extra friendly, like.
And why I don't know what it go on Jonathan's mind, but him did kind of look awkward.
Yeah. Like him a look on him, trying to look on him, and just alright. Let me just take out something.
Sheepish.
Let me take out something off my bag, pretending like I'm not looking at this.
That was the vibe. And then when Michael Ealy done hug Megan, you know, like I look over upon Jonathan, it was like awkward. So the question really is, because people have been debating, was he doing too much, Michael Ealy?
But people were saying that he walked up and hugged Megan alone and never acknowledged Jonathan, because the way how the video was cut for majority of the ones that were being shared showed that it just showed the part where Michael hugged Megan. Yeah, and him hugged the other two people
after.
Yeah.
So
the other two persons. The other part was an artist and his wife.
So it's like them cut the part where him hugged Jonathan.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was all about.
There
Maybe
was actually a video where Michael Ealy acknowledged Jonathan, hugging them, dab up and whatnot.
So he did hug Jonathan first, but then he proceeded to grab up good girl Megan and just squeeze her tight and hug her, rock her 2 times. And so the debate on social media has been, was that too much? Like, me know Michael Ealy and Megan Good, them know each other for years being in the acting business, right? But the question would be, if you have your guy, man,
and him go hug up somebody and
well, we could do it on the flip too.
Yeah.
Both ways, but let's just picture you have your guy, and then maybe a guy friend where you probably haven't seen in a while.
Years. Somebody maybe like say your best friend from childhood.
And you just come and just scoop you up like that and squeeze you, and it's prolonged a bit.
Is that too much?
Is that too much? Or is it just, look, we've known each other for years, I'm gonna see you a long time, I miss you. Is it that big of a deal?
I feel like in the context, you are there with your partner or whatever, just out of respect, I feel like it is too much. However, in my opinion, based on like interviews that I have seen, Michael Ealy is a little menace sometimes. Ealy, he's a little menace sometimes.
And based on the roles I act.
Yeah. I feel like some actors, the roles that they act, some characteristics are certain stay for true.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then probably because him know Megan so long, him not even think about say, oh yeah, her partner is here.
Big friend.
Yeah. Because you know, sometimes when you see your friends, or even if somebody we usually involved with, but you're not friend, like you not think about nothing else around you.
You're so excited to see this person.
Yeah. So sometimes you're not even think about that until afterwards, and you're like, oh, wow, you know, so that they look away for true. But I do think that it not show that much respect when you're in front of somebody partner and I hug them up and I caress them and whatnot. Yeah.
I mean, you know, you like him a caresser like that.
But the hug,
the hug was just I tip over too much with almost make the public be like, I wonder if there was ever anything.
Maybe,
here.
but we don't know.
We
that.
don't know, but that's what the hug kind of make people. They
And
wonder.
Some persons, like, especially in friendships with the opposite sex, based on each other's personality, sometimes you're just a person who very touchy or whatever, and you don't necessarily mean nothing by it. However, to the outside looking in, it definitely can look away, and it will make your partner feel away.
I know, because from my perspective, I feel like a man not gonna really grab up a woman like that unless
there
there's
was
some
something or
attraction or little
Yeah.
likey, maybe nothing serious,
yeah.
but maybe a little thing. Maybe it's one-sided, but
I don't know.
I mean, like, I feel like
But
a
we
man.
don't know whether
Yeah,
that
we
talk
just
like
have-
general
right.
for real.
I think a man I just go and hug up a woman like that unless it may be a feeler a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Me no
Or
know.
maybe when we used to inner things or something of that sort.
Yeah, I mean, we're not saying they used to be, but the
Yeah,
hug
'cause
was giving that.
definitely we don't know. We
Yeah.
don't know them personally, so
Yeah.
we can't say, oh yeah, them,
but
them did
that
inner
was
things
the
or
hug.
that.
A hug like that is
But
giving
yeah,
that.
from us, from the outside looking in, the hug, yeah,
Yeah.
brought up that perception.
So what now on the flip side? What if you are out with your guy and
No,
not an ex, you know, but just a
no, that
a
just
female
walk away.
friend just
Look at
come
him and walk away.
and she can't go with him or hug him, so unless she's
Or
Hug.
him and hug her.
but maybe even that, or she come up and she just throw up her hands and just I know, do a little wiggle. It's over, and just holding hands like you know, that type of.
If I know your sister, then no. Cause when I hug up somebody else who is not me like that.
And then posting
And
her
then
lift her
because-
up and twirl
because
her around.
why?
It's been so long.
After I know your sister.
Janet, it's been so long. Or Ashley.
Why
Wow.
you there?
Sheree, this is my longtime friend Ashley. I've been wanting you guys to meet for the longest time. And Ashley, I come and say, Sheree, I've heard so much about you. We say no, wrong bang.
Wrong bang.
I say the same.
Yeah, it may like upset me probably that just walk away. Or after everything, then we talk to him and say like, who was that? Why did I hug that somebody? Because I'm sure if the script did flip and then somebody, one of my long time friend, just come over to me and hug
Just
me
lift
up
you up
and
like
lift
that.
me up and twirl me around, I would have excitement and probably.
There are boundaries. I mean, no matter how close you may be with someone, boundaries come into play when they are now in a relationship.
Yeah, definitely. You have to have boundaries when your friend of the opposite sex is in a relationship, because certain things where you might think is not an issue, it might present itself or come across that way to your friend, partner, or to others.
And not no worse than sometimes when a man say him have a long time female friend and whatever. And not no worse than when him go say, like, if you show an issue with it and him go say, but I've known her for years, even longer than I've been with you. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry, I got to do that then. Because them they disrespect, they tend to only fester and grow and become further issues.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a level of boundaries and respect in that scenario, or else things just not gonna work.
But Mr. Major and Miss Good, we wish you well.
Yeah, I've always loved Megan Good as an actress, and
She
the
seems like
type
a
of
nice
person
person.
that she portrays to be. Yeah.
Seems like a nice person with good qualities and well spoken and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, the hug.
What would you do in that situation?
What do you think about it? Do you think it's just people that make much ado about nothing? Or is it something that, if you were Jonathan, you'd feel that way?
Okay, so Brie, what do you think is the number one destroyer of happiness? Have that in your mind, think about it. So I get this from a post that I saw on the tropics.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna go through a few of the comments to see what people think the
Okay.
number one destroyer of happiness is.
Alright.
Alright. So the first person, so guess what they say?
Man.
Men. Oh gosh. Overthinking.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Life without Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Comparison.
Thief
Yep.
of joy.
Yep. Fear of failure or fear of the unknown. Somebody said being broke. That's true.
Facts.
Social media.
No lies told.
Self-sabotage, insecurity.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing your mother compare you to other people's children.
Wow.
That's a good one. Specific, but you know, say a lot of people grow up with that.
That childhood wound.
Self-doubt. Our minds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said the battle is first one in the mind.
Somebody said people knowing that you're happy. I guess that probably would have come from jealousy or
Oh
envy
yeah,
or
and then
so.
just them energy just start to infiltrate yours, especially if you're close to them, or maybe because they know you're happy, them start go to them way if it try if it mess with your meds. Yeah.
Because they don't want you alone. They don't want you alone about the happiness, I guess. Having high expectations. Somebody said an ungrateful woman.
You see, when them start get personal now, they start to lose me. Cause that sound like a jab at somebody.
Somebody said attachment.
Oh, that's been our word for like the season. Attachment, unhealthy attachment. Yeah.
And then somebody said loving someone more than yourself.
That's also true.
Yep, very true. Caring too much about what other people think.
Yeah, kind of people pleasing.
Yep.
Wow. So I should go now.
You can.
One of the
Number
things
one
that
destroyer of
resonated with me
happiness.
with what I'm saying was fear.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I would say self-doubt. Touch on self-doubt first. Self-doubt because I feel like any person who is not in touch with themselves is like the wind going nowhere.
Yeah.
You will
You're just like
just
exist.
be confused.
Yeah, exist.
You like you don't know your purpose. You don't know, because life itself, I believe, can be confusing.
Yeah.
And so the least we should aim to do is to have some self-belief, so that even in the confusing times, at least we know, say, we are here for even our own selves. So we can get to a place where we can say we trust ourselves enough to know that we are seeking out the best life for ourselves, the decisions that we make, stuff like that. And when we have self-doubt, of course, we're not gonna trust ourselves to take the next step in life. And of course,
but you know what them say, if you're not believing in yourself, who will?
Exactly. And then fear now is like a byproduct of
the
self-doubt, because if you don't know yourself, naturally you're gonna be fearful of what's next. So even that in itself is such a heavy topic that we could dissect for hours, but definitely for me, what the steal of happiness, self-doubt, and fear that comes through that self-doubt.
Let me just piggyback on what you said with the self-doubt and basically like believing in ourselves and knowing that we should be there for ourselves as well. I remember one time I was at this meeting and then I think they asked us write down one thing that you're going to do this year, and I wrote down keeping the promises to myself, because if in life you realize you're keeping promises for other people and showing up and showing out for other people, and you're not showing up for yourself, if you do the same for others, why you can't show up for yourself or believe in yourself?
Yeah, we've been made to think that self-love, so I would say self-doubt / self-love, we've been told that self-love is being selfish.
Yeah, or
Well, it's not.
conceited, like yeah. I think sometimes that's where even I fall short sometimes, because you know, like when artists say self-love this, self-love that, of course we love yourself, but you know, you don't want to come across as too much or conceited. Oh, we should just put ourselves so so it's like you overcompensate and being too humble and too this and too that, when you kind of set yourself back sometimes,
Of course.
because you don't believe in the things that you want to do, or keep the promises to yourself as much as you would want to, because you don't want to seem
too much
or like you're full of yourself.
Yeah, because there's a certain boldness and confidence that only comes through self-love.
That's
so if we're going to really achieve certain things in life, if we don't have self-love, it don't make sense. Because without self-love, we're going to be what do you call it? This is too humble, and sometimes we misuse humility wrong, because we feel like humility means that we must lower ourselves or downgrade ourselves just to not come across as being too much, when that is just false humility right there. Yeah. So definitely self-love probably.
And I think in hand with that, the self-love, self-awareness as well. So that with the self-love and you have the self-awareness, that can help to take you further.
True. Because some people have no self-awareness, you know.
Yeah,
they don't know what they
want to say, like, what? Are you know those type of persons where can't see when them wrong or think that they're always right? And it's not like, say, for a few moments then think that them always right, then them assess situations and say, you know, say, when you do this or that wrong for true, some persons would have take Jesus off of the cross and say, no, I'm right.
And those type of people who have no self-awareness, they will always stay right where they are. Because without self-awareness, and being cognizant of your actions and your characteristics,
or you go improve yourself or even your surroundings.
There's no introspection to say, all right, maybe it's a new level, so I have to show a new level from myself to match this stage of life that I'm in. So your life I try elevate you, but then you just in your mindset thinks you're always right, no self-awareness, so you can't move forward.
Or maybe somebody saying, oh, you know, when you do this, it affects me this way. They brush it off and say, no, I don't do that. I don't know what you're talking about or whatever. Yeah, that kind of ruin
relationships, and that's gonna leave you
connections,
lonely.
businesses,
everything. So nothing in your life will then be able to prosper because your soil is rotten.
A word.
Yeah, just pause and make that sink in.
Yeah.
So your business relationships, as I say, can't be fruitful. Personal relationships can't be fruitful, because every human being has characteristics where have to shape up. Every human being have characteristics one need to shape up. None of us are perfect. Yeah. So as you're growing old, as you're going through different stages, you will have to keep reshaping, remolding yourself, shedding off your old skin.
Life always change, not gonna be constant. The only thing constant, or the only thing we stay the same, my God. Life always a change, so you have to kind of, just like I said, regroup and reassess.
A higher level is gonna require a higher level of you. And so if you're not willing to do that, then there's no way you can live a happy life. You can go on like you're happy. Because some people, because it's their way or the highway, them act like they're happy, but inside a turmoil. So if you lack self-awareness, naturally you will have no happiness within you. And enough people, them go on like them have happiness.
They put on a facade.
Right. And inside a turmoil because they act like know-it-alls. And nobody likes a know-it-all. And then those type of people, they don't generally have self-love. Because self-love come with all the fruit of the spirit. Self-love gonna come with even what the patience and the selflessness and all that stuff. You know when you know the difference between confidence and arrogance. When you have self-love, you are really not a perfect human being but a balanced human being. So for me, key to happiness, or what steals your happiness, is a lack of self-love. Because when life starts to throw some daggers at you, you know. Sometimes self-love alone can just keep you. You disintegrate. So lack of self-love and fear is a wicked thing.
For me, the main thieves of happiness, this one hits home. I think it's fear of failure. So that still would be fear, but just more specific. And comparison. So fear of failure, you know, it's not that, oh, you don't want to do things and you don't have the ideas or plans for certain things, but because you have fear of failure, which would just encompass the two things where you say self-doubt and fear. Because you basically fear the unknown. You're doubtful of what the outcome will be. You're not confident knowing, say, all right, this will work out, and that hinders you from accomplishing even the smallest of things in life.
Right.
And sometimes fear of failure is like it's kind of like a silent thing that can just eat you up inside, and just like next 10-20 years you just realize you're at the same place, and all the things in your mind you wanted to accomplish
and you not come to nothing under the surface
because you not come to nothing because you fear what the future
will bring,
could have been. And sometimes even the doubts we have in our mind, that those things not even close to happening, because we always consider what if this, what if that, what if you work out. And then even though yes you have fear of failure, but I've always seen a quote say it's better to try than to not try at all. So after fear of failure, comparison. Comparison can also come in the way of like keeping up with the Joneses, or
absolutely.
Like the persons in the comments said, social media, you see other persons doing this and doing that, or other persons pushing certain things every day. You start to feel like, oh, why am I not doing this? Why am I not doing that? And you're comparing your life to somebody else's. And I've always seen this thing where they said, you comparing yourself to somebody, you don't know if they are at their level 10 and you just they are level 1 or 2 in your life, and you're comparing to their like finished product, and you just they are the starting point, but because they have accomplished what they have, and you see now you want to accomplish that at your level 2 when you not reach this yet. And that can make you feel like less than or not good enough, or like say, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing in your life when you don't know what somebody else had to do to accomplish certain things? And plus, especially in social media, a lot of persons put on a facade. Well, social media and in a real life, people put on a facade. So you might see this flashy thing where people seem like they have a good life when behind closed doors that's not it. Gold. So now you comparing yourself to this false thing, not knowing that whatever that person have, it's not true, it's not real, it's not sustainable when you are trying to build yourself from the ground up. But to try combat that, I always try to tell myself that, you know, everybody have their own timeline in life. Your timing different from somebody else's timing. So if somebody accomplished whole heap of things by 25 and you haven't, maybe that's just not a part of your story at 25. You should be doing different things, not what somebody else is doing at 25.
And I want to say to you, as you mentioned, timeline. Everyone has a different timeline and everyone has a different journey.
Yeah.
So, better get it in your head for now. You might not accomplish what that person has accomplished, but you will accomplish what is specific to your life and to your journey. I've had to learn this word. I've had to learn this word called, well, yeah, it's not a word. But I've had to learn the depth and true meaning of this word called contentment. And that means being content with your portion.
Yeah, being satisfied.
Yes.
With your
And
portion.
you know, say your portion is enough.
And sometimes what we think is not enough, you know, because we see other people have things. And when you look back on your life, you realize say you have more than enough for you need.
More than enough.
But because you see this person or that person have stuff you wanted to, not knowing say you have more than enough. Yeah. But yeah, fear of failure and comparison really can just drain the happiness out of your
Comparison
life.
has been a slight issue for me in my past, but what I have noticed, so everything kind of coincide. The more self-love you have, the less you struggle with comparison. I realize.
And self-awareness.
The less, what I realize is that the more self-love you have, the less you struggle with comparison. Because you just love yourself so much that you know your life is so specific to you.
And you're self-aware too.
Exactly. You know, the life that you've been destined to live is so specific to you that you don't even have time to compare to somebody else's journey when I have nothing to do with you.
You can be happy for somebody else without taking that on and wishing that for yourself too.
That's not your journey. That's not your race to run. And as you mentioned about the fear of failure and overthinking and all that stuff, remind me of this word and this term. It's actually known as catastrophizing. Catastrophizing. It means a person fixating on the worst possible outcome and treating it as likely even when it's not. So a situation arises and just randomly and without cause you just think about the worst case scenario that could possibly come to pass.
You know, also I think it can derive from perfectionism as well, because you want the future to be perfect. You have like such an innate fear of like, oh my gosh, what if it doesn't work out this way and that way as I envision in my head.
Not even anxiety too.
Yeah. And then after all of that, you know, and the overthinking, you end up not doing nothing because you're so fixated on what
self-sabotage.
And they can just catastrophize everything.
I feel like we hit the nail on the head. The fear, you see how fear come into play with the more we're speaking. So you notice how it can cripple you. Yeah. Paralyze you.
Sit your back whole for years. If you're not having self-awareness, like realize, say, okay, hey, I need more self-love. I need to work on my fear of failure. I need to know that, all right, I deserve good things.
Thank you.
I need to know that, okay, things can work out and
why not
work
you?
out. And it's okay for others to have their story and gold and glitz and glamour without it affecting my day-to-day.
What is meant for you
is for you.
Will be
and it's not
yours.
gonna pass you by.
And it can't mean for nobody else but you. So take comfort in that.
Yeah.
And allow the fear, release the fear.
I know it's hard, but as them say, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, because why can't you live the life that you did? Think about it. This world is so vast.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This world now run out of nothing. Why can't you experience an abundant life?
Yeah. As
There's
we
no reason you
should.
can't.
We should. Should be
I-
living abundantly.
I believe a lot of the limitations we experience are limitations created by human beings because the earth is bountiful. The universe has plenty to go around.
Yeah.
Right? So, and of course, the battle is won in the mind.
Yeah.
So if you can conquer the mind,
Can conquer
you can
anything.
conquer your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So stop watch for soul life. When it's a conquer your own, the grass is not greener over there.
No, it's not.
You are not ordained to walk in a shoe shoes. Shoe shoes tight.
Can't be there.
You can't. Yeah.
So yes, water your own grass. Like,
God, imagine you have one grass, which one land, and the land just see you going over somebody else's land. Go and watch it. You know,
why
so
is it
land
that they
feel
watch
bad.
other people things years stuff ago?
Then you come back and feel your land, back foot it dry up.
Mm-hmm.
Everything just mash up because you haven't been
Can you
tending to
focusing
your
on
garden.
other people? Mm-hmm.
Tend to your garden. We all have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Tough love.
I mean, it's needed sometimes. Yeah. All right, guys and gals.
You know, we always find funny. We'll go in, and then by the time we finish, we're like, all right.
But yes, I hope that summary of everything allowed you to take something meaningful from what you have said.
Retrospect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just let us know what you think the main
Thief of
thief
happiness.
of happiness is. Yeah. And just comment down below, like, share, subscribe, and just continue to keep up with us.
Yeah.
And if you have any recommendations for anything you want to see, let us know in the comments, whether on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Just let us know. And that's it for us.
That's it.
Bye.